Hi, I want to talk about picking chords for your song by using some handy shortcuts. So, you might have heard about a little something called a circle of fifths. So we're not gonna go into like why it works and what it is and all that kind of. It's very like theory based, but we are gonna use it as sort of a shortcut because it does have some handy features if you know how to use it. So say we're in the key of C major, and we just like draw this little circle, square, pie shape around it. So like one to the left, one to the right, and then into the inner circle as well. So that gives us these 6 chords that are the chords in the key of C major. So we have the C, G, F, D minor, A minor, E minor. So those are the 6 chords in the key of C major. And you don't have to know any theory, just draw this shape and you're done. Now, if you play around with those a bit, maybe you find that you're struggling to actually make a decision and try like pick something else than what you usually do. I do recommend one more little randomizer thing. So we have 6 different chords here, right? You know what else has 6 different opportunities? A dice. So let's just give these chords some numbers so that we can use the dice and let the dice decide the chords. So there are correct numbers to give these chords, like in the way of theory and everything, but we're not going to go into that either. We're just going to give them numbers so we have something to throw the dice with. We're going to randomize this anyways, it doesn't matter. So just give them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Easy peasy. And then I don't have a separate camera to show you my dice rolls, so let's use an online dice. So here we have a randomized chord progression. We start on the number 4, which is D minor. And then go to number 3, which is G major. And then number 2, C major. And then number 5, A minor. So we have a chord progression here that we didn't even pick ourselves. We just let the magic of random do the work. So let's just play around with them, kind of see what happens. Yeah, they're kind of pretty. So that's a song for you. Now there's one little more thing I want to address. So going a little bit into theory territory here, but you might have heard the word dominant chord. So essentially what that just means is that it's a chord that leads to another chord. It has a very heavy sense of, I want to go over there. So essentially that's just, if we look at our circle of fifths here, we have the dominants just going counterclockwise. So if we play a D major, that is a dominant that leads to G major, and G major is a dominant that leads to C major, and so on and so forth. So we just go counterclockwise on this circle. We can actually do the same thing inside the inner circle. That would just, so A could be a dominant to D minor. So here's an important thing to note. In order for the dominant function to work, the chord needs to be major. But we can still do the same thing. So we can have the A major leading to the D minor, and we can have a D major leading to the G minor, and so on. So that's a way to go outside of this little pie chart of the 6 and try something else. So what you could do in this case, so in this chord progression that we have, we already stop on the A minor, but we could make that into an A major in order to lead that back to the D minor where we start. So let's try that once. To just, instead of this A minor at the end, we play an A major, which will lead us back to the D minor when we loop back. So let's try that. So that's kind of neat. You can do that maybe like every second time you get there or something. So the first time you just go like usual. Sorry. You get the point. So yeah, that's randomizing chords and using dominance to kind of change things up.